Hey guys, welcome back. This video is going to post for September the 18th. It's going to be for Virgo. That's Virgo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The dates are only post dates. That's all it means. Anytime you find the video and it resonates for you, then it's yours. Okay? Alright. If you haven't already, do a birth chart on yourself, please, because you're way more than just a sun sign, and you are missing out if you think that. You're missing out on other videos, other messages under other signs that are yours. Okay. If you're new to my channel, welcome in. Appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for me before you leave. Alright, my Virgo bunch. Let's see what's happening for y'all today. Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody, this feels like, if I had to pick one word, the immediate word that came to me is empowerment for somebody. This is somebody finally coming into their own, leaving a bad situation, or maybe even a hurtful situation, coming into their own power, coming into their own confidence. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. This is being in charge of your own destiny. This is, you know, looking at things different, taking a new route, having a new attitude. Ace of Wands. Definitely straight out, Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune is that feeling of lack and loss and not enough, not having enough, or not being enough. This is a cycle that my Virgos have been going through, and it is done, y'all. Check it out. Wheel of Fortune. It's time to move on. It's time for the tides to change for this person. Okay? Alright. Let's get a little bit deeper. Knight of Swords. Ten of Wands. Page of Cups. King of Wands. Page of Pentacles. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. Eight of Swords tells me that this is a person that has gone through quite a bit of anxiety. The Eight of Swords feels more to me like it's a little bit different than the Nine of Swords in that the Eight of Swords, I think, speaks of a person that has more control over. This is more self-inflicted. Not, you know, if you're having some anxiety or you're coming out of, like I said, the feeling of lack or loss or whatever it is, not feeling like you're not enough, or you know, something is missing here. Eight of Swords for me feels like that this is more of a you thing than anything external. Okay. Burden, definitely. I see burdens in here, but I see the ending, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. This is, whatever the situation you've been through is, whatever we're talking about here, it's definitely a burden. We can't discount that. We can't minimize that. I'm not at all trying to do that. But when I say that a lot of it is self-inflicted, I think that it's, at some point we may wind up getting the Devil card in here, because I think that that's just a pattern that you kind of fall into, and you know, that's just kind of your MO, or has been up to this point. Okay. You may have had, with the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Wands, if you haven't already, you may be to a point where you really have had a belly full of it, and you're a belly full of this cycle of this kind of thing happening in your life. And you know, whether this is about standing up to somebody else or just standing up to yourself, just deciding inside of you that, you know, I'm done feeling like this. I'm done feeling like that I'm not enough. Like, you know, it's time for me to move on and to see things and handle things in a whole new way. That Ace of Wands is kind of like an epiphany. You know, it's kind of like an awakening almost for some of y'all. Okay? And notice also you got the King and the Queen of Wands. I mean, that's direction. It's being in charge of direction. That's not letting anybody else have any control or any charge over, you and your feelings and where you go in life, period. Okay? I feel like that this could probably be, it sounds a little familiar, but it sounds familiar for my Virgo. I don't think this is the first time that I've gotten a read like this for you, which tells me, if I always feel like if I get something that feels like a repeat for the same sign, it tells me that, that person that I'm talking to is just not listening. You're not listening, so you're having to hear it again. Okay? You're not learning the lesson, so here we go again. 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, look at that. 7 of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Knight of Wands. Okay? It's all about new direction. But it's all about you. It's all about you taking control, like I said, and I mean perfectly in this. You'd think that I would most love our Ace of Wands and a Wheel of Fortune, and normally I would, but look at this: 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. This is the new direction. This is you being faced with the new direction. This is you. Let me get it where you can see it. These are kind of glary. The new direction and the payoff from it. The new direction being, this is the new direction holds what you're looking for, what you're lacking. And I think it's more internal. I swear, I think it's more internal than I do external. I think this is more about you than anybody else. Okay? Fear of losing. I mean, for some of y'all, fear of losing your own self, fear of failing, fear of not feeling complete. A lot of y'all, I think, feel like you have to have somebody else's approval. You have to have somebody else holding you up, that you're just not, a strong enough person to lead your own life. So you wind up following and letting somebody else always be in charge. Okay? And that mindset's always going to leave you in this lack feeling here. So I think, again, the reason this is being repeated to you is this is something you know. This is something your gut has been telling you probably for a while now. And you're not listening. So here's you, once again, another heads up. You're missing out on, you're holding back is what you're doing. Alright, 8 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the Sun. Alright, we can just forget about all of this. Let's just forget about all this that we've laid out so far and concentrate on these, because here's your storyline right here. This is all about the confidence that for you to move forward. This is all about self-love, doing the hard work, the inner work that you got to do. That's really a labor of love. It's not, I say hard work, but you call it what you want. I think I'm going to change that and call it labor of love, because it is about, look, check it out. The 8 of Pentacles is the labor of love, and look at the payoff from that. The Sun. The Sun is the most abundant, the most joyous, happy, positive card in the deck. Okay? And that's what we ended up with here. That's where you're progressing to. That's what you're holding back. 8 of Cups, Knight of Cups, walking away from something or somebody or a situation or a mindset. See, this don't even necessarily, like I said, don't have to do with anybody outside of yourself. Could be for some of y'all. But there is something that you need to leave behind and walk away from, and do it in the most loving way. Knight of Cups. And as long as you are coming from a place of love in your heart and positivity, then you're going in the right direction. You're headed in this direction with all this abundance and joy and happiness and all that we just talked about, okay? Give it a break. Give it up. 4 of Swords is giving yourself a break. It's a time out. from that old mindset, from that old whatever's holding you back, whatever thought processes kind of got you crippled almost for a lot of y'all. And like I said, I mean, that plays right back into the Eight of Swords. This is something you have total control over. Okay? All right. I'm going to leave it here, Virgo. Much luck to y'all on this. I'll see you back next time.